Yo people fam, always telling me where my line Njies back in with another reaction. But right now we got Kingdom or Lupe Fiasco featuring Damian Marley. The tune's called Kingdom, requested by Cam Reed blood. Now, number one, obviously you man know that all my reactions are literally like one take and that fam, you know what I mean? But normally I put my videos into the editor because you have to add the intro and the outro. So you have the intro, my full reaction, which is a one take thing, and then you have the outro as well. I don't even need to do that anymore. I can literally come and say, yo people, it's your boy man line Njies. Right now we got Lupe Fiasco featuring Damian Marley, Kingdom. Let's get into this one. After bar, I'm too persistent. Whipping cold man, no cast. Get it on my own, no collab. But a bar with me, that's a body bag. And then get straight into the video, blood. I didn't even need to put the thing through the editor, blood. This whole time, I've literally had this PC for probably like a year, coming up to a year, blood, and I never thought about that, blood. All because I use OBS. Listen, if you're a reactor or you want to do this YouTube thing, get the OBS app, fam. It's literally, you can literally basically edit your videos while you're doing it, blood. You know what I mean? So it takes a lot of time. It cuts out a lot of the wasting time thing. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it.
Facts from the rack.
Oh yeah, by the way, Damian Marley is someone I rate very highly, blood. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't listened to his collab album with Nas and that, blood, just type in like Damian Marley, Nas, blood, and just listen to the tunes, blood. Listen, absolutely cold, fam. And him himself has a couple integral tunes that, you know what I'm saying, helped mankind, you know what I'm saying, be joyful and that, blood, and hearing his sounds and all of them things there. There's just certain artists that have an impact, you know what I'm saying, worldwide in that, and certain artists that don't. Damian Marley is one of them guys that has impact worldwide, fam, you know what I'm saying. He has a lot of integral tunes, fam, you know what I'm saying, to the humankind.
Is a kingdom, Kingston is a kingdom, New Orleans is a kingdom, South Central is a kingdom, yeah. Freedom, free man who want freedom, black life is a kingdom, why kill yourself for no reason? Facts from the rack, why kill yourself for no reason? And sit it down, you chat to them with no meaning. Hold the sword like a hand shut. Rights and passions in the manhood, heights and malice in the landlord. Like the lights of heaven do no damn good. Half sleep from being over-preached, other half sleep cause it's damn good. A chief would take his hand like a thief and make him stand like a man would. In the face of an ambush, to the back of they attack. Front of they front line, out the plane with no parachutes in they backpacks. Chopping weed, then dropping seeds, then flowers grow where they land at. Proper deeds on top of these to make power flow from they hand claps. Suicide is
Relax, calm down, man.
half sleep cause it's damn good. The chief would take his hand like a thief and make him stand like a man would. In the face of an ambush, to the back of they attack. Front of they front line, out the plane with no parachutes in they backpacks. Chopping weed, then dropping seeds, then flowers grow where they land at. Proper deeds on top of these to make power flow from they hand claps. Suicide is suicide. You and I, what they do divide. Who would right to see you survive? That means who would die to make you alive? It means you should write for the two that died. That means
this is one of them uplifting type of tunes, fam, you know what I mean? You have different kind of tunes in that, you know what I'm saying? Motivation, uplifting, preaching, you know what I'm saying? Talking some real shit, you know what I'm saying? Just storytelling, you know what I mean? This is like that uplifting type of, you know what I mean? It's talking about some real issue, but it's not like, oh my days, what we're gonna do. He's, you know what I'm saying? The tempo of it is like upbeat. So even though he's spitting some real shit, you know what I'm saying? It's still like, yo, you gotta have fun with it as well, type.
from they hand clasps up. Suicide is suicide. You and I, what they do divide. Who would right to see you survive? That means who would die to make you alive? It means you should write for the two that died. That means you will ride with the youth inside your king. You align with the truth beside of things. Wise to the lies that they do provide and bring war. Is the king make a kingdom, or the kingdom make a king? Is it provide means you will ride with the youth inside your king. You align with the truth beside of things. Wise to the lies that they do provide and bring war. Is the king make a kingdom, or the kingdom make a king?
Because the king made the kingdom made a king.
Is it free when it's freedom? Or being done being free?
That's why you just can't accept any role in this world, fam. You know what I'm saying? No matter what position you're trying to play, whether it's in your life, in someone else, someone's business, your business, what you always got to know the pros and cons and that, fam. You know what I'm saying? Because you might not be ready for what comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone's fit to be a leader, not everyone's fit to be a follower, not everyone's fit to do this or to do that, fam. You gotta find your perfect position, know your tendencies, so that you know where you slot in nicely, fam. So someone doesn't have to tell you, yo, you're this, you're that. You just know straight off the bat, fam. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to waste anyone's time in that, fam. You get?
Or they came to make a king. Is it free when it's freedom? Or being done being free?
Because Like if you look at a chessboard, there's only one king and one queen. Not everyone can be a king and a queen, you know what I'm saying? If you know your best role is playing a pawn, do that, fam, you know what I'm saying? If you know your best thing is playing a knight, do that, you know? Just like on a basketball or a football pitch, you know your best position, fam, you know what I mean? You might want to be a striker, you might want to be a power forward or this or that, but you know that your position is small forward, is this, is that, you know what I'm saying, blood? Come on now. Come on now.
Does a king make a kingdom? Or the kingdom make a king? Is it free when it's freedom? Or being dumb and free? Is a kingdom. Kingston is a kingdom. New Orleans is a kingdom. South Central is a kingdom. Yeah.
Alright, big to Bob Marley as well, fam. We didn't get that one in. Absolute legend. I said this the other day, blood. Whether you like him or not, whether you know him or not, blood, Bob Marley is in the top 10 of all time, blood. If the world was to end right now, someone was to formulate a list, Bob Marley, for me, is in everyone's list, man. I don't care. Whether you like him or not, listen to him or not, whether he's in there, he has to be in everyone's top 10, fam. You know what I'm saying? 1000%. He's the, like, if you look at, like, Jamaica and the artists that really made impact and that and really exposed the world to reggae music and, you know what I'm saying, certain things and them thing there, that's pretty much Bob Marley, fam. The guy is, yeah, just a different kind of stratosphere, man. Like, honestly, from what I always say, it from a country that's this small compared to the, you know, it's not a country, an island that's this small compared to the rest of the world, fam. It's, yeah, different. And obviously this is his son, if you don't know.
Well, if man was meant to fly, Jah would have made us all with wings. Well, he made us all with crowns.
I'm saying play your position, fam. If we're all meant to fly, Jah would make us all, you know what I'm saying? He would have made us all with wings, fam. Like, bruv, literally, blood, he reiterated exactly what I said, fam, just in a different format, fam. You know what I mean? Come on. And Jah is basically like the most high, like the one above type of thing, you know what I mean?
Well, if man was meant to fly, Jah would have made us all with wings. Well, he made us all with crowns. That means that every man a king. Your mind, it is your castle. Mankind govern how you think. The ghetto is a kingdom. Care not how the gullies think. No one can change my mind. Now I am thoroughly convinced. My woman is a queen that bring forth more princess and prince. And if you add up the equation, it must mean I'm royal since everyone in my surroundings is of royal heritage. Not everyone of royal blood, dressed up in a mink. Only a king and queen with them roof make out a zinc. So
now that's a fact though, because when it comes to the melanin and black people, if you go back far enough, you would find that you have some sort of link or interlink or an actual part. Your family has an actual part and your heritage has a part in the royal, you know what I'm saying, setting and that, fam. If you go back far enough, you know what I mean? So that's a fact, fam. Literally, blood.
Dressed up in a
you're looking at a descendant's king when you look at one of your friends and that, fam. When you look at your auntie, your uncle, you know what I mean, one of your friends from, you know what I'm saying, your black teacher, your black wife or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you're looking at royalty, fam. Like real shit.
mink. Only a king and queen with them roof make out a zinc. So Jah bless the baby mother washing up the inner sink. And I raise the generation where you take it to the brink. Does a king make a kingdom? Or does a kingdom make a king? This hidden empire of kings and queens that no one's noticing.
A king molds the kingdom, but the people itself inside it are the one that makes the kingdom. Because if the people disappear, there is no kingdom. You know what I'm saying, blood? Like, how can you just be one man saying, yo, look at my kingdom, you look behind you, what the hell is that, fam? Nothingness, you get me? So I feel like the kingdom, so technically the kingdom makes the king. 1000% blood. Obviously he molds it, but the people in the, you know what I'm saying, that's what the, you know what I'm saying, the kingdom actually is in that, fam. Because without the king, the king without the people isn't as detrimental. No. See, this is all getting confusing now, fam. You know what I'm saying? The people without a king is not as detrimental as a king without the people. Put it like that, fam. There's always someone to replace. That's what you gotta know. You know what I'm saying? A king is always replaced, fam. They always pass on and someone else has to come into play. You know what I'm saying? With the kingdom, blood, you get rid of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 50,000 people. You can't just bring them back like that, fam.
Washing up the inner sink. And I raise the generation where you take it to the brink. Does a king make a kingdom? Or does a kingdom make a king? This hidden empire of kings and queens that no one's noticing. Does a king make a kingdom? Or does a kingdom make a king? This hidden empire of kings and queens that no one's noticing.
Port-au-Prince is a kingdom, Kingston is a kingdom, New Orleans is a kingdom, South Central is a kingdom, yeah. Freedom, free man, no more freedom. Black life is a kingdom. Why kill yourself for no reason? Why kill yourself for no reason? Chat to them with no mean and Chat to them with no mean and Only fools I'm proud of the dead man. My mind is an excellent weapon. I will not die for what label has come to the table and put together all our blessings. Only fools I'm proud of the dead man. My mind is an excellent weapon. I will not die for what label has come to the table and put together all our blessings. Our blessings religiously, blessings ability, blessings materially. Identify enemies, disconnect from them mentally. Put all our energy into the kingdom. Back to the front on my way now. Guidance to show you your way round. Tired, I watch while you lay down. You got while I sleep, I put on to the beat. Take a part of my piece and inherit the heritage. We're not American dreaming, we're realizing a kingdom. Only fools have been proud of the ground. Tired, I watch while you lay down. You got while I sleep, I put on to the beat. Take a part of my piece and inherit the heritage. We're not American dreaming, we're realizing a kingdom. Only fools have
So we're not inheriting the inheritance, fam. We're not American dreaming. What said something kingdom?
and inherit the heritage. We're not American dreaming, we're realizing a kingdom.
Yeah, we're realizing a kingdom.
Only fools have been proud of the dead man. My mind is an excellent weapon. I will not die for one label. Let's come to the table when put together all our blessings. Blessings religiously, blessings ability, blessings material. Identify enemies, disconnect from them mentally. Put all our energy into the kingdom. Back to the front of my web now. Guidance to show you your way round. Tired, I watch while you lay down. You go while I sleep, I put onto the beat. Take a part of my piece and inherit the heritage. We're not American dreaming, we're realizing a kingdom.
Shout out Lupe, shout out Damian Marley. I already knew this thing would be dope, fam. It's just a matter of how dope it is, you know what I'm saying? You know, certain people link up in the music industry and you're like, I already know this is going to be dope, but how dope is it going to be, fam? You know what I'm saying? But I'll catch you man in the next one though. That was your boy man Njies, and I'm out of here. I think I'm also reacting to another Lupe Fiasco one that was also requested by, what was it, Cam Reed his name was? Johnny La Forever. So yeah, I'll react to that one next. In a bit, fam. Catch you man in the next one.
Bar after bar after bar after bar after bar, I'm too persistent. Whipping chrome and no cast. Get it on my own, no collab. But if a bar with me, that's a body bag. Your mans want smoke, then he leaves with a toe tag. Whole squad hit with a double mag Glock. Got left in the street and the body's getting chucked. Bullets with names and your shit's getting popped. Better be with me and that bag's getting cocked. Still gotta chase the bag, humble. Ain't gotta brag in a league on my own and my stats getting flagged. Hit me for the feet, got verses in stats. Come through like the queen, gotta pay that tag.